Before to take into insight of my topic, I just want to extend my deep sense of regards to my university authority for allowing us to conduct this session of 11 lectures in this webinar series. And today, I have got the chance to be the fifth speaker in the 6th of May. And at the very outset, I would like to dedicate this session and the whole webinar series, the people, those who are untimely death due to coronavirus attack. And also I'd like to convert this session, the persons, those who are fighting in front line to save the entire community of the global level. That is none other than doctors and medical staff and people, those who are working in the administrative section, that is law and order, ministry, police, administration, and also the people, those who are associated with emergency service and the media persons, those who are also fighting day and night to gather the right information and cater to through different mass media to aware us and to save us. And every coin has two sides. Yes, coronavirus is a curse to us, definitely. And yes, coronavirus is also a kind of blessings to us because this environment is going to teach us many more things. And unless this coronavirus, we won't have get this opportunity to conduct this kind of webinar online environment in this April and May month. So the situation when we are going to confess, it may be discussed by the people who is affected. Definitely, coronavirus is negative to them. And the people, those who, like us, is sharing our thoughts and views and exchange throughout, India. This session is not right now confined in only Vishwabharati, only West Bengal, and also it's not in India. And again, being an university acting librarian, I am apologize before you all that by 48 hours I am receiving 330 registration, but the capacity of the free software of Kisco WebEx, we are having only 100 login. So many of oil wisher and interested persons and young library professionals, scholars and faculty members, they are not getting chance to log in. Every day I am facing this kind of pain through my WhatsApp and my mail. To give them answer, please don't worry. We are going to repeat this session very soon. And most likely the second session will be start 16th or 17th of this month, I mean May. And also to cater the right information on this particular topic, we are going to share our video through our YouTube channel. And the people, those who are knowing to me or may not be knowing to me, if they contact with me or my host, we will be kind enough to share our PPTs so that they will gather primary language. So with this short introduction, let me just have an introduction and take insight of the topic itself. So Ajay, let me give the screen share. Yes, it is. It is. It is. See, today I have been asked to talk about academic integrity with research and publications, role of plagiarism checking software, that is Urkun. Yes. Now, see, actually, my submission is going to cover many things. I mean, A to G, that is introduction, research as basics, steps and notification of UGC, issues relating to academic integrity, then Urkun by snapshot, As you know, we are living in the rural India and technical support is very poor by this time. And I'm afraid whether I'll be able to bring you to the hands-on training that is work on online. And finally, conclusion. So these are the presentation breakup. Now let me talk about introduction. See, due to this lockdown, which arises due to this COVID-19, yes, there are many things under lockdown, and you see everything is not lockdown because sunrise, sunset, day and night, we are eating and sleeping. Then honesty, kindness, love, affection, and big service that is medical health service. Then law and order, media, emergency service, online teaching learning, this kind of webinar, and praying, meditation, pranayam, yoga, maintaining social distance, and by staying in the home quarantine, we can continue these things. Also, people's many corners is involving themselves for the social welfare activities. The mostly affected poorest person of the society, many organization, by person, by institution, by association, they are catering some sort of food stuff to the poorest people. And then creativity and many more is now still continuing even in this lockdown situation. So I don't think everything is under lockdown. Now, since I am talking from the land of Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore, I cannot start my session without Tagore. So see, the one very popular quotation of Gurudev Tagore, let me spell it out. I slept and I dreamt that life was joy. I awoke and saw that life was service. I acted and behold, service was joy. It means the entire human society is recycling with life, joy, and service. If we just consider this three core component of the human society, then we understood that we are recycling within these three things, no other. Research basics. You see, as a landmark or as a primary step of academic integrity, we want to main research activities, we want to main publication activities, and the research is the primary step of learning a kind of publication activities as well as unfold a particular area or a species of a particular subject. So that is research. So let me have, though it is not my direct topic today, but without have some sort of research basics, I cannot jump up to the academic integrity. So let me see. You see, basic parts of a thesis may be categorized into three core components. That is preliminaries, appendices, and body. So this body is the main part. The subject experts, more specifically supervisors, guide, and the scholar itself. I mean, he himself or herself. They are much more skilled, efficient, knowledgeable in their particular field. It's good enough. But many a times we found that it's lacks from the preliminaries and appendices. These parts is very much neglected in Indian thesis a lot. You see, so preliminaries means these are the things which will be come under these preliminaries. Out of this, to manage it by time constraint, I am just going to say something about abstract. You see, if you go through any, more than 90% of the Indian university thesis, you will find that this 0.7 abstract is lagging. Many theses, this abstract is not there. And as far as the international compatibility and standard is concerned, without abstract, a thesis cannot be a submission. Award is much far away from that. So then what is abstract? You see, every time in the academic corridor we are loitering, that a scholar is asked to submit synopsis. That is absolutely wrong term as far as research methodology grammar is concerned. Because as students after passing coursework, they need to start with a research proposal. Research proposal. Maybe 6 pages, 10 pages, 20 pages, whatever it is. But that cannot be denoted as synopsis. Because synopsis will be done only after having a big para in my hand, then only I can have a summary. So thesis 200 pages or 300 pages, after preparing the thesis 200 and 300 pages, then our scholars need to prepare the summary or 20 or 30 pages like that. That is called synopsis. Then again the 30 pages of the synopsis is being down by 1 page or 1.5 pages. That is called abstract. Then abstract means synopsis of synopsis. More specifically, you can say abstract is acting as a small window of a room. Because in preliminaries part, after reading abstract, if I going to understand that yes, this abstract, after reading this abstract, I thought that something maybe in the content list and something maybe in the content page itself, then only people will go your inside the text of the thesis. Otherwise thesis will not be read out by many people and ultimately you will not get citation. So this abstract is the very core component of the preliminaries part. Other things most of you will have. Then body, I'm not supposed to say anything on body because subject experts and scholars, they are very much experts on this area. Then there is no chapter binding that 7th chapter or 6th chapter or 8th chapter it is to be done. There is no binding. Then appendices again, bibliographies, public reference or work cited, sample questionnaire if it is survey-based work, standard or model if there is a conventional model or standard exist in the specific area, then exhibition or display of plates, pictures, etc., which is directly not related with the text. So if it is text, then it may be come in the list of the plates that is preliminaries and it should be linked in the content page. But the here it is, which is indirectly important, but may not be directly important with the text. Then field ID statement, then research related publication and short CV of the scholar. Then you see, this is a 9 small presentation through which a scholar will get some sort of idea how to start with a thesis, how to write a thesis like that. This is a first is problem, identification of problem, then decide of purpose, then research questions, then conceptual framework, then literature review, then overall approach, then data collection, then data analysis, conclusion and finding. See, this is not of mine. This is actually available in www.johnlatham.me. Everyone can download there. There is many pictorial presentation on research methodology. So this is not mine. I actually make it these things to make my presentation to more easier, more simpler. So this is a kind of, you can say this is called part of citation. So I am giving due credit to this John Latham, not to me. Now you see, to start a research, one has to start this point one called thinking an idea, then transform idea into questions, then review literature. And back end of review literature, one has to collect the literature, then make survey of the literature, then review literature, then design study and methodology on methods, then framing research proposal, then obtain ethical approval, then collect and collate data, then analyze and interpret, then disseminate the findings. This is a kind of research, how to start with. This is another diagrammatic presentation. Then this is research proposal flowchart, how to prepare a research proposal. This is introduction, what this introduction contains, what this work stands for, how this work maybe stands for, why this work is so urgent. Then literature review, then methodology, then preliminary data, then statement of limitation or scope of the study, someone saying, then conclusion. And this is several parts, and this is the sub parts of right hand and left hand. Then you say this is flowchart of search strategy. How to search information. This can also be represented with this kind of flowchart. I'm not going in details on that, as this presentation will be made available through YouTube, or anyone if you require, I may send you through mail. So whenever it will be in your inbox, so you will go through that, and I think it will be helpful to the scholars to start and to steer their research hazards free. Then you see steps in quantitative research. These are the several steps of quantitative research. Then you see these are the basic difference in between quantitative research and qualitative research. Most of the things are same, but only this maroon color is different from that. So if anyone goes through that, since today it's not the part of my discussion, the construction of thesis or research as basics, then I would have been discuss these things in detail. Another thing, how to analyze data. That is also a kind of art. How to formulate the table. What should be the table heading? What should be the footer of the, some sort of diagram and pictures. So these are the things. By this pictorial, you can say flowchart, or you can say tabular form, or you can say it a kind of image. Anyone can grasp the idea how efficiently I can analyze the collected data, so that next gen will be feel interest, attract to read it, and get citation of my thesis more and more. Then let me switch over to steps of the notification of UGC. I am sure that right today's, by virtue of technology, by virtue of website of UGC, all peoples, you are well conversant, well aware about the steps and notifications of UGC as circulated time to time. Out of that, a few I would like to show you by screenshot. That is 23rd of July. UGC has decided the some sort of plagiarism ethics. What should be done, what not to be done. If anyone do, what kind of percentage, what should be the punishment. This is clearly spelled there. And finally, 31st of July 2018. Actually, meeting was 23rd July 2018, and July 31st 2018. It has been circulated through Gazette notification in India. Now you see, this is the part of that budget notification. I will come later on. Now this is a December 2019. University Grant Commission, through its RPE, called Research and Publication Ethics, they have published and circulated one notification that this under the coursework or a kind of special course, the several things should mandatorily be being taught to the coursework candidate, so that they will share their research work very efficiently, easily, quickly, and simply. And there you see what all self-plagiarism. This is there. You please go through that, because I am confident that after completion of my deliberation, I will be arrested this question, Nimaida or Dr. NCS, how can we overcome our self-plagiarism? And how can I cite my things? So it is clearly there. So UGC is much aware about these things. Then you see, don't try to publish your articles in any journal. But before publishing your journal, please consult the UGC Care List Consortium for Academic and Research Ethics. And here you are also eligible to submit a proposal to incorporate a journal to the UGC through UGC Care Team. Because after submission of online proposal, UGC Care Team will consider your proposal. Then if they admit, then your journal will also become under this care list. So don't publish anything without this care list. If anyone publish these things beyond their care list, then this may not be taken into consideration. May not actually, this is will not be granted in case of API coding, that is in selection criteria, and also in promotional avenues through UGC CAS. So be aware from that notification is there. Then let me come about issues relating to academic integrity. See, basically we need to be concentrate on three core issues. Like, first one is UGC mandates. Since we all are Indian citizens, maybe state university, maybe central university, maybe any research institute, since all we are fed by Government of India, Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Human Resource, Ministry of Cultural Affairs, we are accountable to avoid the rules and regulation as enunciated by EDC time to time. Then university itself, each and every university had its own internal regulation policy. So university research regulation is a part of that. Time to time, every university through their research board, they have incorporated the EDC mandates through their regulation. And when a student is going to admit themselves in coursework, they have been given a research guidance. So every student also need to avoid this kind of research regulation. And last but not least, each and everyone need to be guided by his or her moral sense of attitude. I can say it honest attitude, because without this attitude or constructive attitude or positive attitude, a thesis cannot be a good one, a thesis cannot be a qualitative one. Anyone can complete his or her PhD thesis. Maybe software cannot detect, he will be awarded by DR, but your thesis will not get citation. And even after 20 years or 25 years or 15 years, if anyone able to prove that your thesis is being a part of a plagiarism, then your degree may be cancelled and your service may be under question. And after all, your social prestige will be under big question. So that should be the great penalty beyond the law and order. Now, actually today's session would have been followed by tomorrow's session. Tomorrow's session, my colleague will talking about research ethics. Actually, research ethics is the literary part of plagiarism checking and academic integrity. So let me again apologize that my topic would have been tomorrow and tomorrow's topic would have been discussed today. Then it will be easier to the audience to follow the actual series of understanding. Now you see research contents. If you explore the every letter of the research family, then I think it will be clearly talking about what research ethics is concerned. The R stands for rational way of thinking, then E for expert and exhaustive treatment, S for search for solution, E for exactness, A for analysis with accuracy, R for relationship of facts and reliability, and this C is most critical for critical observation, careful recording, constructive attitude, and condensed generalization. Then honesty and hard working. This is very, some sort of endangered thing in the current society, that is honesty and hard working. Nowadays, we are very much affectionate by copy and paste, and more specifically photocopy, mobile snap, like that. Then to avoid this sort of honesty, plagiarism and dishonesty, one has to follow proper ways of citing, referencing, and bibliographies. Don't mix it up, a kind of acknowledgement, because as far as research methodology is concerned, acknowledgement is a kind of decorum part of any research. But to confer the academic recognition, one has to avoid citing, referencing, and bibliographies. Okay. Then many people in the academic society, they are just mixing up what is bibliography, what is reference, what is citation. That is again a big challenge to discuss about 30 minutes to make a distinct. Here I just want to show you. This is called in-text citation. That is Rodriguez 2003. It is actually text page of your thesis, of your write-up, of your publication paper, like that. Then this is the reference list at the end of the chapter. At the end of the chapter, you need to give the details bibliographic information called references, and this reference list will be prepared based on APA or MLA. The last 2-3 lectures you have found that Zotero, then Mendeley, then EndNote. There are many more software who are online manage this kind of reference, and there are more than 9,000 citation style, out of which we people maybe concentrate only APA, MLA, and Chicago. Then our function will be over. And many a times, many journals, many subjects have their own style of citation. So that time you need to avoid with that. And if you follow Zotero, if you follow Mendeley, if you follow EndNote, things are ready-made inside the back end of the window, and once you click it, it will take a second to jump up from APA to MLA to Vancouver to ASA, like that. So many things. And this is called citation, this is called reference. And you see again, people have some sort of misconception what is the difference in between reference and bibliography. Let me clear about that. You see, reference is the source which I have directly quoted and used inside of my text. That will be noted as references. And bibliography may be more than that. Let's say I have collected 10 books. Out of that, 8 books I have directly used in my thesis. So these 8 books will come under reference list. But that 2 more books and this 8 altogether will come under bibliographic list, because that 2 books I have taking help to read and conceptualize my ideas, but that book may not come directly to my use in the text. So bibliographic source means it should be directly and indirectly used in the thesis. That will come under the list of bibliography. And reference means which source of bibliography is being directly used, quoted inside of my text. That will be noted as reference. Okay. Now, so there are many sources. That is called identification of sources of literature, living and non-living. So these are the sources of literature, and this is another thing, living source. So that source may be cited in different manner, not under acknowledgement, because acknowledgement, please take into your sincere note that acknowledgement is nothing but academic recognition. Acknowledgement is only a mere decorum part of the thesis. That is why to give the credit to any person who is helping you a lot, their name also will become under the reference, under the bibliography as living resources. And all other non-living resources, that is machine source, print source, and other things will come like that things. Okay. So this is the difference in bibliographical difference. You will be getting this sort of PPT presentation and this, some sort of YouTube video. So I think it will be with you. You will get it, read it, and sharpen your knowledge about difference between reference and bibliography. Again, there is a great difference in between endnote, footnote, and this reference and bibliography and citation. Endnote, footnote is completely different from these things. So that is another agenda of discussion. I'm not going to take entry there also. Now, you see, we all are concentrated on citing and referencing based on APA style, based on this, Chicago and MLA other things. But all that printed citation style is not covered. How to cite a Facebook, how to cite a Twitter, how to cite a Instagram, how to cite a WhatsApp, how to cite a Instagram, how to cite a Twitter, how to cite a blog, how to cite a WhatsApp. These all things you may not get in this kind of printed citation style of APA and others. So for these things, you need to make a note in your methodology part that for citation of these things, I have consulted this kind of source called Purdue University. They are having some sort of OWL called Online Writing Laboratory. There you can have ample of guides. I will come later on. Now you see, by that 23rd July of 2018 UGC mandate, which have been gazetted in 31st of July 2018, there you will have the definition of plagiarism, faculty, staff, researcher. You see, plagiarism means simply the practice of taking someone else's work or idea and passing them as my own. That is called plagiarism. Then who will be the faculty? Many people thought that as I am a part-time faculty, as I am a visiting faculty, as I am a ad hoc, part-time or against approved post, like that, there are many adjectives there in the field. But in the eye of UGC mandate, faculty means regular, ad hoc, guest, temporary, visiting, and any other. What the staff? Regular, temporary, contractual, outsourced, they are also. Who are the researchers? Refers to a person conducting academic or scientific research. Then what the students? What the university? What is the program? Due to time short, let me pass it on. This is very important. What is script and what is source? You see, means the published primary and secondary material from any source whatsoever and includes written information and opinions gained directly from other people, including eminent scholars, public figures, and practitioners in any form whatsoever, as also data and information in the electronic form, be it audio, video, image, or text. Information being given the same meaning as defined under Section 215 of the Information Technology Act 2000 and reproduced here in Regulation 2/1. So you see, this all will come under source and this all will come under script because many people, particularly on language and literature, they told that this is my script, maybe drama script, maybe any Durga Puja souvenir published script. So that script also need to follow that kind of guideline because in that souvenir, you cannot copy paste of someone else's word and just print in your own name. Though that cannot be taken into consideration of API scoring, but that is the question of morality. That is the question of honesty. That is the question of an attitude being an academician. And what is the objective of this EGC mandate? So responsible conduct of research, establish institutional mechanism through education and training to facilitate responsible conduct, develop systems to detect plagiarism, and to set up mechanism to prevent plagiarism and punish a student, faculty, researchers, or staff. Then how to curbing plagiarism? See, every student submitting a thesis, dissertation, or any other such documents to the HEI. Here, HEI stands for Higher Educational Institute. Shall submit an undertaking indicating that the document has been prepared by him or by her, and that the document is his or her original work and free of any plagiarism. I am sorry to say, even in this 21st century, May 2020, many of the Indian theses, though they have been checked by the plagiarism software, but they are not pointed out in the declaration page. But that is the clear mandate by the EGC. Even the guide certificate that must be evidented. You see here also, the undertaking shall include the fact that the document has been checked through a plagiarism detection tools approved by the HEI. And also you see, each supervisor shall submit a certificate indicating that the work done by the researcher under him or her is plagiarism free. So you see, 99% thesis in India, we found that the guide, even they are not noting these things, though their students are checking these things in the plagiarism checking software, particularly at Vishwabharati in my institute. Nowadays, every scholars, particularly Vishwabharati scholars, they are checking these things that we have to certify that the thesis conducted by my supervision is a plagiarism free. But that is, this line is not there. This should be added at the bottom of their existing certificate. Then the issue will be over. Then HCI shall create institutional repository on institute website, which shall include dissertation, thesis, paper, publication, and other in-house publication. So you see at Vishwabharati, we are having our institutional repository, and we have circulated several times to our respected academics and also scholars and officers and staffs to incorporate their publications in Vishwabharati Library institutional repositories to get their citation. And you can ask me the question of digital rights management and copyright and other things. The answer is that the full text cannot be downloaded from internet or rest of the globe. Only the people of a university, I mean my university, the publication of my fellow scholars, of my fellow learned academics must be downloaded by my fellow colleagues without paying single paisa because he or she is the member of this university. So publication of any family member may not be purchased by other family member of the particular institute. But in case of other institute, in case of other state, they need to browse it by their journal publication policy. So that is not a question of copyright. That is not a question of digital rights management and other things. Now similarity checks for exclusion. What should not be considered as plagiarism? It's sincerely that all quoted work reproduced with all necessary permission and or attribution. Here, Necessary permission and or attribution means citing and referencing. Only citing and referencing. Then all references, bibliography, table of content, preface, and acknowledgement. These are not the part of the, and that is why every time to my academics and to my scholars I ask, whenever you need to send any file to me, or you can check by your own, exclude the reference list, exclude the bibliography, exclude the preliminaries, exclude the appendices, because those are not the part of the plagiarism, because that are not the intellectual academic creation. That is a kind of copy paste item. That may be other things. Then all genetic terms, laws, standards, symbol, and standard equation. Like in mathematics, a square a plus b whole square, a square plus twice ab plus b square. Everyone can use. In machine, it can be identified as similarity, but that cannot be plagiarism intellectually. See, every day, sun sets in the west side. That's open truth. Each and everyone can use that sentence. That cannot be a kind of some sort of generic terms. That cannot be a part of plagiarism. So these are the three exclusions from the plagiarism checking. Then, level of plagiarism, University Grant Commission has categorized 4 parts. That is 0 level up to 10%. First level 10 to 40%. Second level similarity, that is 40 to 60, and third level it is beyond 60. But as far as my educational pedagogy or philosophy or belief or understanding is concerned, I think every thesis must be 0% of plagiarism. How? Let me show later page. Every university needs to frame DAIP as far as the UGC mandate is concerned. That is called Departmental Academic Integrity Panel. What should be the committee structure? What should be the committee tenure? That is clearly spelled out there. No need to intervene, and no need to customize, and no need to formulate the policy by our own. It is there. Simply, we being the member of the university and institute, just to make it introduce and execute. Then university institute need to form institutional academic integrity and panel. So that is a kind of panel which is need to be framed by the university, and this will be act as DAIP. That is IAIP is the super authority of the DAIP. Okay, so this DAIP, how to be formed, who will be the member, and what will be the tenure, that is also clearly spelled out there. Then, what should be the penalty clause for scholars and for faculty members? Anyone. This is similarity 0 to 10, minor similarity, no penalty. 10 to 40, such students shall be asked to submit a revised script within a stipulated time period not exceeding 6 months. So that candidate need to be asked to withdraw your thesis or manuscript and trying to submit within 6 months. Then if it is 40 to 60, such students shall be debarred from submitting a revised script for a period of 1 year. From 1 year, he or she will be suspended to submit the revised thesis. It will be submitted after 1 year only. Then similarity is above 60%, our student registration for that program shall be cancelled from the university. And as far as I understood, the UGC is in a spirit that 2021 it may come new regulation of these things, and that time UGC is going to formulate a list of fake scholars list. So if any scholars have this kind of 60% above similarities grade, then his or her name will be under that fake scholars list. It means that particular scholar will not be granted to take re-registration in any other Indian institute or university. So you see how this is going to be process for that. Then for teachers and academics, what is that? This is called minor or similarity is no penalty. Then similarity 10 to 40 shall be asked to withdraw manuscript. Similarity above 40 to 60 shall be asked to withdraw manuscript. Shall be denied a right to 1 annual increment. You see, then shall not be allowed to be a supervisor to any new masters, MPhil, PhD students for a period of 2 years. And if it is beyond 60, then 1 and 2 is 1 is same. Then shall be denied to write 2 successive annual increment. Then shall not be allowed to be a supervisor to any masters, MPhil, PhD students for a period of 3 years. And for 2021 proposed mandate is going to become, there it is, that these 2 years or 3 years, that particular faculty will be suspended with pay leave, and he or she will not be take part in any academic activities of the university, and his service seniority may be lost for lifetime. So that kind of judiciation causes things may become if we are not going to avoid this mandate. So this is, and there are many things. If you go through the website, you will get that 16 pages mandates are there. You can go download and read it. And anyone require, I can give you. I have ready-made in my pen drive in my machine. I give you through mail. Then what I'm going to say is that called Purdue Owl University Online Writing Lab. Here you will get general writing guideline, research and citation guideline, teachers and tutors resources, subject-specific writing. I am a person who belongs to chemistry. I'm a person who belongs to history. So what kind of specific writing for a particular subject? Maybe history. So that particular subject-specific writing is also guideline is here. Then job searching writing, English as a second language. You see, particularly to me, I have learned a lot from this English as a second language, because many things, spelling error, grammar error, there is a some sort of online exercise, and answer is there. If anyone can practice, he or she can upgrade his or her English language writing and speaking. Then you see there are many guideline of MLA guide, APA guide, it is there, where you can have a scope to incorporate that WhatsApp, that Instagram, that Telegram, that blogs, Twitter, WhatsApp, how to cite, that is there. Then this is the second landing page of the Purdue Owl University. Then you see how to avoid, as far as the Purdue University, they have their own research guideline, and by that guideline, they have their own research regulation, and how to avoid this kind of things. That is, I have 8 slides, that is 1 by 8. I am just go hurriedly these slides, because I have to switch over to Moodle platform right now. So reading and note taking, how we have to do it. There is interviewing and conversing, how we make interview and how we may converse, that is in the text. Then writing paraphrase or summary, how to make it done. Then writing direct quotation, how to make direct quotation, I can write. Then write direct quotation, second page. Then writing about another's idea, how can I write another ideas to avoid plagiarism, that is called number 6 slide. Then maintaining drafts of your own paper, how to draft your own paper. Then revising, proofreading and finalizing your paper, how to do it. If anyone just 2-3 days follow this website, then I think one scholars at least 3 to 4 months will be ahead to submit his or her thesis. So you see how ready-made food is there. Regarding cost, it is full free. Even in this lockdown period, even in this COVID period, every students, every scholars, if their net connection is permitted through their Android cell, they can have a test on that, so that I cannot excuse that university was off, our department was off, I cannot get proper guide from my librarian or from my guide like that. So please, by this time, you can go with that. I am sure that you will be a kind of efficient scholar today, and tomorrow you will be a kind of efficient, academician. Then what is plagiarism? I will not speak on that. Then the top 3 most common forms of plagiarism are copying several paragraphs from a book or online sources without giving academic recognition. Follow it, my wording. All academic recognition means citing and referring. Working with a classmate on an individual assignment. Using image, ideas, design without giving credit to owner. Here credit to owner means again academic recognition, again academic, some sort of citing and referencing, following a particular guide. Now let me switch over to how to check a paper by following Urkun snapshot. And before taking into entry inside the Urkun, let me say why Urkun, why not other? There are many software loitering in the market in 2 forms. One is called paid software and another one is called free software. So my humble request to you all that don't check any other software, because as far as Indian Penal Code is concerned, since Government of India paying crores of money to a Swedish-based company, this Urkun originator, crores of money we are paying on behalf of Indian citizens. So everyone should be judged by Indian Penal Code with the report from the Urkund itself. I am sure that Urkund may not be a foolproof software. Panitain may be much more good. Then Authenticate also good. And there are many more software. But you see, the country you live, you have to avoid the regulation country has given to you. Because you cannot mastery on your things. You can check any software, but finally, your judgment will be given based on the Urkund report. So, why a college, why a university, why an institute is going to purchase other software when Government of India given these things through ImpleNet to every university free? So it's a kind of foolish expenditure and kind of unavoidable expenditure. You can say it avoidable expenditure. You cannot procure any Urkund software for any college, for any institute, for any university. Please send a letter to ImpleNet, they will give you. That till the time, if you are not giving or receiving these things, you can send your paper to Vishwabharati. We will be kind enough to check your paper and send you report without any cost. And I am very privileged to note, without undermining any neighbor university, many of the Indian university in general, and many of the West Bengal State University in particular, kind of, Bankura University, Purulia University, Haji Nazrul University, Bardwan University, Kolani University, Maratha State University, even Calcutta University, Ramakrishna Mission, Vivekananda University, many scholars come before me to check their thesis or publication, and I'm doing it because I am basically want to be here to save my academic community, maybe from Vishwabharati, may not be from Vishwabharati, but basically being a visitor of academic society, my basic pedagogy is, or philosophy is, or perception is to save to all. As I am not paying money for that, Government of India is paying for that. So that is the basic reasons why we will use Urkund. Now, as I told, see, plagiarism detection software, there are many. This red color software, this is actually paid software, and this green color software, this is actually open source software. Now, how to log in into Urkund software? So simply, I may not go to the online version because I am made this snapshot every bit, every node to node. You see, this is a Google homepage. It is all we are well aware. You just write here Urkund, Urkund. Soon after writing Urkund, it will give you this page, and this is the Urkund URL by this indicator I am showing it. You just click here. It will give you a page, and even if you require any support, then there is an email, and there is also call, and also you can call to Urkund support this way. So this is a mail, you can send them directly mail. Then soon after clicking that Urkund, you will be given this page. This is the landing page. Then click this login. It will be give you this second landing page. Then here you will have web app, and this is called admin. The admin means the university coordinator. He will be able to open this admin part, and he will be opened up to creation of accounts of the faculty members and scholars. In Vishwabharati, we are having accounts of 100% faculty members, but I am very sorry, most of them or few of them may not activated their link. We have given them the link on 2015, 27th of August, evening 6:55 p.m. onwards. And every time I am just making it renewing. And whenever any faculty send me request, I am taking 2 minutes to send one re-inviting link, and they can activate the things. So being a user, our basic need is this web app. We can click here. Soon after clicking here, it will ask you to log in. So once I give you login ID password, then you will type here login ID and password. And if you forget your password, you can change your password from here. Okay. Then you just like your email ID will be typed here, and password, whatever you have set up, that password will be given here. Then you will taking entry inside the Urkund page. And this is that nimaichand.saha@vishwabharati.ac.in. That is my username or email ID. and then password is this, and if I click login, I will be given this page. This is called landing page of Urkund inter text page. Then sometimes, right, yesterday night, I have received one mail from an assistant professor, one of the my popular, familiar or my beloved scholar, Dr. Moon Jana, CGMC assistant professor, assistant professor of journalism and mass communication, Ashutosh College, Kolkata. He has sent one paper yesterday. I checked, and soon after editing that paper, she asked me, "Sir, can you recheck it?" Means sometimes you people need to check a particular paper twice, thrice. So to do it, please click these settings, and in these settings, it is actually by default it is ticked up. Just to see this box, search in Urkund archive means these things will be searched in from Urkund archives and include documents in this box. Means please check my article, please check my thesis, and include in these archives. So if you are not unchecked these two boxes, means your primary paper has been checked by Urkund and at the same time having deposition in their archives. Now, as Dr. Jana told me, sir, please recheck it. Whenever I going to recheck it, it will be said that Dr. Jana is copying 100% from Dr. Jana. Because you see, my learned audience, how this foolish machine will understand that Dr. Munjana is an unique figure in world. There may be many Dr. Jana. Like me, I am Dr. Nimai Chand Saha, Honorable Vice Chancellor of Bardhan University is Dr. Nimai Chandra Saha. There is a silly change. But this Dr. Saha, that Dr. Saha is same. So how can foolish machine will take a risk of that? So what I'm going to say is that before uploading any paper, if you want to have no confidence, I want to check this paper repeatedly. So please uncheck these two box, then update it. Means you will be allowing to check this paper more than once. Now, don't forget, when you're going to check it final, please tick it because your paper need to be checked and it should be deposited to the Urkund archives. Why? Because two reasons. One is that if we people do not deposit some of our creations, academic creations in the Urkund archives or Taniten archives or Authenticate archives, then what they check? Because their basket will be confined. Once we check, once we deposit, then only the depositories will be big one, and we will be able to check our next creation with larger verification. Okay, and being a candidate, what is my gain? Yes, let's say today I am submitting a thesis to any particular university, and to take award and to get award, that may take at least 6 months. So from this May, if I submit a thesis and if I will be awarded on June, let's say December, and after awarding, that may take some times to come in the library to upload in the Sodhganga. Again, after coming library, that may take some times and days to upload in the Sodhganga. So maybe 7 to 8 months, your thesis is not being available to public domain to get citation. Then whenever any people going to check his or her creation in these Urkund archives escalate and actually retrieve your thesis that yes, Dr. Saha, you have been copied from something from Dr. Jana's paper, though Dr. Jana's has not yet been published. So that time what I will do? I will do the Urkund links as source of URL in the citation and his or her name. May not be the journal name, may not be the issue and other things. So by that way, that Dr. Jana will get the citation. This is actually called zero period citation. Before publication, before award, everyone will have a chance to get a zero period citation. Like Parliament 0 hour, it is called 0 hour citation or 0 period citation. Don't forget it. Deposit your paper in the Urkund archives when it will be final. Now, How can I upload a paper in the Urkund? So this is called uploading a paper. Click here, this page will be given. Here you will give an analysis address. The teachers, faculty members, they have full account. They will give their analysis address here, and the scholars for them. If they're going to upload their paper by own, they need not conceive analysis report by their own. They have to hire the analysis address of any library people, which is available in my library website under our team, or they can use any of the faculty members analysis address or his or her guide's analysis address. Then subject is economics and politics, physics, philosophy, journalism, mass comm, agronomy, many more. Then in the bottom, drop files here, click. Soon after, choose a file or dropping here on the mother source, maybe pen drive, maybe this. Then this submit will be yellow color. Soon after this submit will be yellow color. So I click here to submit, it will be submitted. Then that will take sometimes, if it is a 10 to 15 pages paper, if net speed is good enough, if web connection is good enough, then it may take 15 minutes, 30 minutes to come around the analysis report. Okay. So then you see, after getting this analysis report, it look like this kind of box, mailbox, and sometimes teachers can create a course code, that is MPhil, Masters, PhD. Whenever a candidate chooses a thesis, so it should be deposited or folder under PhD. Sometimes it is MPhil, sometimes it is Masters, like that. And then you see, this is the analysis report. Then what do I do with this analysis report? It is 1%, it is 1%, it is 3%, it is 47%. If I click this percentage, then it will give me the parallel view, what is my original write-up and what is the different sources write-up, and that is what source is also there. So if I want to take it up, I need to make citation and referencing of that particular source, which was unknown to me. And if I want to delete and remove that particular source, even I can minimize, then my percentage will become 47 to 40, 40 to 30, 40 to 20, like that way. You see, this is the, if I click that percentage 46, then it will give this picture, and this is the parallel view. That is SK Samanto. You see, this is not the plagiarism. Machine cannot check the plagiarism. Machine always saying that significance. It is called always significance of the study. So you see, this is the name SK Samanto, Department of Mathematics, Vishwavarthi, Department of Mathematics, Vishwavarthi. So this cannot be. So I can select this particular URL and make uncheck. And after I uncheck it, it may be 45, it may be 44, like that. In this way, I can bring this percentage 0 without having some sort of proper academic recognition, that is citing and referencing. Now, to extract this report in PDF, this is called export. If I click this export, it will give me this thing, and I will download the paper of a particular scholar or of a thesis of a particular scholar. I just open an Adobe Reader, then okay, it will be downloaded in this form. You see, 46%.
Here we started
Okay.
at 10:40.
Now what do I do?
Actually, my unable to log in his account. So
Many of the theses, as I told earlier, they are checking
5 minutes.
that okay, my thesis is 0% or 2%. He is going to submit the thesis, but he or she is not evidented this thing. So that's why I have dropped a declaration certificate for the scholars.
Yeah, actually we
They
are-
may follow
we are
it,
recording.
and sometimes they may reframe it by good English, because I cannot claim this is a model, this is just a draft.
No problem.
So, see, actually, so far we are using this first para as our declaration certificate. What is this? I do hereby declare that the thesis entitled, submitted for the award of degree of Doctor of Philosophy in the subject, is my original work, and the thesis has not formed the basis for the award of any degree, diploma, associateship, fellowship, and so on and so forth. But I fervently appeal to all of you after this session, please do avoid with this second para. What is that? Let me read out. For the entire text of the thesis has been uploaded in the Urkund UGC approved plagiarism checking software for checking level of significance of the similarity on 22nd November 2019. Your date will be your date. The report has been revealed 6%, maybe 3%, maybe 9%. Significance of the similarity, which has also been properly reconciled by myself and by my guide, and found that all the detected sources are from our own publications relating to research which have been properly cited and referred. Hence, the thesis is ready to submit an award as evidence. First page of the report is being enclosed in the next page. So this first page need to be taken color print, and soon after this page, you need to annex that page. Okay. So this para may be applicable, or this para may be applicable. This is what the change is only that that 6% say it is there. Myself and guide and found that they have been properly cited and referred, including my or own publication relating to research. Hence, the thesis is ready to submit an award as evidence first page. Or the entire text of the thesis have been uploaded in the this, then it is 0%. So there is no question of some sort of assimilation or reconciliation. So hence, the thesis is ready to submit an award. First page of the report is being enclosed herewith. So this is mandatory. Without this, and whenever you do these things, you will be given some sort of defense. Why? Let me say that maybe after 20 years, some people may ask you that Nima, your thesis is being plagiarism 40%. Then it will be already uploaded in the Srodh Ganga that by sitting in the 2020, my thesis was 6%. Sir, you are saying in the 2036 that my thesis is being 40% plagiarism. It means my thesis was submitted earlier, and the follower publication or fellow publications who have published their paper after my thesis submission, they may take my part in their thesis. Please check whether they have been cited my thesis or my paper in their paper. Otherwise, they will be arrested because they are doing dishonesty work, they are doing thefting, they are doing sin work, not to me. So that is the thing. If you are not doing these things, and if you are not available in the web that is Srodh Ganga, then your checking will be gone into end. Though you are honest, but your honesty cannot be evidented, and you cannot be judiciously getting judgment from the Indian Penal Code. So do mind, and do mind. Then, say Urkund handbook, you can have this. Anyone can download Urkund handbook guide. Then Urkund admin guide. This is for me being university coordinator, and Urkund FAQ. You have many questions. What is that? What is that? You can ask me several questions, but that answer mostly given in this FAQ module. Okay. So now it is 12:10. If you say by 10 minutes, I can show you that Urkund online, and then I will come back to this, conclusion, and to take interaction and questions. And I fervently request you all, please ask me question through chat, because this time constraint, if I am not able to give answer all these questions and take questions from all, I will give answer from this chat box and later on. And also you can ask your question to my WhatsApp, and also you can ask question to my mail ID. But I don't want to waste time any further, because I am very keen to show you the online landing page of Urkund, how to do it, how to steer it. Please permit it. Power. Laptop power. Laptop battery low there. Power cut. See, this is the Urkund landing page. Yeah, Google landing page. You just type Urkund, KUND. I have already seen it in the offline. See, this is Urkund. See, this is the login. As I told you in the screenshot page, rightly these things. So now I will be here to log in. Yes. You see, this is the login page, as I told you, like me, LIBR.
Hello, Nimaida, your screen is not visible.
Screen share कर लेंगे.
Nimaida, the simulation part is not visible. We can't see your screen.
See, this is the Orkun landing page. Since I have many paper,
Screen is not visible.
it is there, but first time it will be
Can't see
vacant.
anything.
And as I told you at the very outset, these settings. Since I am checking papers of many,
So nothing is visible. Nothing is visible.
here.
Nimaida, Dhiman here, we can't see your screen.
Just wait for a moment, it will come. Please hold a minute.
Visible. Now are they
You can
live
see.
দেখাচ্ছি না? Is it now visible?
Yeah. Nimaida, it's okay now.
So I'm sorry.
Carry on.
Screen was not shared properly. So let me go back. Let me go back.
ठीक है.
See, this is the Google. Then you can type here Urkun.
इसको बंद करके
You will be given this page as I showed you through screen through snapshot. Type here. Then login. Then you need not go there. Just web app as I told you. Then you need to type your mail ID. Librarian.
Actually एक content share कर सकते.
In. Then password. This is the landing page of inner landing page of the Urkund account, and at the top analysis address will be there, and this analysis address is a kind of equal to all, that is librarian.vbuni@analysis.urkund.com. If my name would have been there, then nimaicha.saha@vbuni.analysis@analysis.urkund.com. This is common, this is extension name, and whose name is let's say moonjana.vbuni@analysis.urkund.com, like that. Okay, so as I told you, after first opening it will be vacant. Then you see setting. As I have checking many papers of scholars and repeatedly I have to check, so I have make it unchecked. But initially it would have been checked. It means my paper would have been checked from Urkund archives and it has been deposited in the Urkund. If I make it update, it will be ticked. So my paper now cannot be checked twice. If I check twice in this mode, then my paper will be copied from myself. It will be showed in the second time report. So that's why I told you that you please uncheck these things, and for final checking you will be make it check. Okay, so update. Now to upload a paper, what you have to do, you just go here, then analysis address, to me it is there already in your machine. Once you typed here, it will be said it is there. Then I can say it is economics. Okay, then I can say message maybe lying vacant, then drop files here. let me check any one file to show you, just to, because you see right now this submit is inactivated. But whenever I choose a file, see, this is active. So now if I going to click this submit, then my file will be submitted for checking. I'm not clicking as submit, this is a wrong file. Okay. So soon after submit these things, then I can go back. Then I can go back to my home page of report. Then after some minutes, after this checking, this way, then it will be come to my landing page report. See, this is the report. Okay. Now let's say if I am just going to say this paper, that is 30%. This is not allowable percentage. And if I want to see the report, this is the report page. And this Urkund has two types of its page. Okay, one is new and another one is old. So it's better to go by old because this is much easier to understand. You see, this is the old interface, and that is the new interface. Now parallelly they have continuing both. That is new interface is bit advanced. You see, this is the report page. This is the URL. I have been taken this line, and they have shown this line from this URL. If I click this URL, I will be going to the mother page of that particular URL. Okay. Then this is the like an unsubscript verification. You see, this is the marking that this part is being copied from this part. From this URL, I am taking this much of part. Okay, this much of part. You see, like a human being unsubscript, this is also there. Now, if I found that I have been cited or I cannot require these things, then if guide and scholars after their conference, they can uncheck it, just follow this 31% will come down 16%. Then if I uncheck this one, it will come 6%. Then this one, it will 5%. This one, 3%. You see, in this way, what I'm going to say is that one paper cannot be checked more than a time. If you have confidence, if you check these things, then automatically this will be come. Okay. Otherwise, this is the mother report. It will be there as it is. And now let me show how to export the report. If you click here, you see this PDF version of the report is being downloaded here, and there is nothing to be changed from our side. You see this Urkund analysis report, it is patented page of the Urkund, and this first one page or two page you need to annex, and this is first page is the complete. So this first page you need to annex soon after the declaration page. Then this is the report you can compile. You see, this is the URL. If you click this URL, you will go the mother page of the URL. Okay. So this is the commonness. This is the commonness. This is the common lines. Okay. It's very handy, very user friendly. It's quickly anyone. This is the parallel view. You have write these things. It has located these things. Okay. This is. Now, let's say, as I told, so this 31%, I am just unchecking few sources after having confidence that, okay, we are deleting and this is not. So now it is 3%. You see, now if I download these things, see, now it is 3%. But earlier it was 30. Same file, same check, same report. Earlier it was 31%, but now after our reconciliation, it is becoming 3%. But the mother Urkund page is having 31% because machine cannot take it up and delete it up. It has been there. But whenever any people lodge a complaint for you, then you will get the confidence and you will get the clarification that these are the source. which is ours. These are the source which we have not used anymore. These are the source which we have cited and referred like that, and it is there. So this is the thing by which we can check our report by using Urkund. This is a short online demonstration, and any teachers, particularly of Vishwabharati, those who have not yet activated their link, I can give their link, and they can check their paper of their scholars paper by this way, and to re-excavate our academic integrity, our academic quality, university quality, and based on that, we will gain the good ranking in the NIRF, and also NAAC accreditation, and there are many more international ranking framework is there. So this kind of things we need to take into our sincere consideration, so that we will be going ahead. PowerPoint আসছে, Ajay?
हाँ sir.
Now, let me switch over to conclusion from my side, that you see, research is nothing but having a conclusion. Every research, in conclusion, left its research gap for many questions, which is the indicator of the starting point of another future research. So, in research methodology, and as far as research is concerned, there is nothing conclusion to me, because my research is concluding from my side, but next gen side or from society side, it may be open up another several question box, for which anyone may start another mode of research. So ultimately, the research process is centralized within the several questions like what, how, where, why, when, how, like that. And there are many things. PhD thesis writing help. This is a kind of URL. And this write up and fountain pen, we have forget about it. And I am asking all, before typing in the first hand, please, and please try to write up. Once you write up your thesis, it will be very much easier to you to have a grammatical correction. It will be very much to you to indigest to your body. Otherwise, always copy paste and typing directly is some sort of staying own house and staying mess and hostel. There is some sort of difference and limitation. This kind of things may come. This is my experience. I cannot say everyone is accountable to follow this write-up things, but the more you write, the more you digest, the more you knowledgeable person. This is only, even the more you read, the more you knowledgeable person in the society. With this presentation, let me conclude and make it open for some sort of interaction. And thank you very much for bothering me to listen this 1 hour 15 minutes. And I am also thankful to my colleagues, Mr. Ajay Kumar Sharma and Mr. Sujit Kujur, who are taking this kind of pain and soldier to conducting this session, this 11 days. That is not a matter of jokes. Continuous 11 days they are here. They will be here to conducting several sessions. And I am happy if our webinar in general, if my session in particular is able to help you or address needs, then only will be our purpose will be served. And those who are not able to attend this session, they may go through our YouTube channel, they may go through my PPT presentation, and also I am not sure, but those people, those who are not understood or able to get proper registration in the first cycle, we will open up for second cycle. You please register yourself, and we will try enough to give more than 100 seats that time, and to switch over another software, because Kisco AVEX is also only giving 100. We are experimenting for another, so that we will be able to joining capacity extend by more than 100 like that. Okay, so thank you. Now let me open.
Thank you, Nimeda. Hello. Thank you for your nice and very informative lecture on the research integrity. And from the participant side, if any confusion or any query, feel free to ask. Nimai sir will be happy to answer you. You can also mail your questions to him. He will answer. So please ask one by one. Otherwise, we cannot hear you. So please ask questions.
What is the name of your YouTube channel, sir?
Yeah, we will
The name of
notify
the
very
YouTube
soon.
channel?
We are working on that. We will notify after the session.
The recording of this program is
Yeah. We are uploading all the sessions
I am not
on
getting
the
sound.
YouTube channel. We will circulate the notification for our YouTube channel very shortly.
Video on the
Good afternoon, sir.
getting audio.
Any more question, please?
Not audible.
Sir,
Hello.
sir,
Yeah.
I have a question to Shaha.
Yeah. Please ask.
The thing is that there is any limitation for uploading the
We have created our YouTube channel for the Vishwabharati Library, and we are working on that. Very shortly, we will upload all the sessions
Hello.
over there. So after uploading, we will notify all the participants.
So I have created an account. I don't know how to go about it after this.
Sorry, please.
Sharing by
Sorry, please repeat again.
in this position, the folder is empty, and then I don't know how to go about it after this.
Sir, I cannot understand your question. Sir. Please repeat again, sir. Actually, some noise is creating.
Created an account in Urkund.
Kurkun. Yeah.
Created an account in Urkund.
Yes.
The steps. What will be the next step to follow? Shall I send you this mail?
Disconnect for
Actually, sir, anyone cannot create the account in Urkund, I think. For checking the plagiarism, you have to purchase that application. Urkund. Then you can only create your account there.
It shows the account is created.
Yeah. You have to purchase this software. Then you can create your login account, and you can sign in, and you can check your research paper there.
Hello. Hello.
Hello. Hello. You can ask questions, please. Hello.
Yes. Hello. Yeah. Please.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah. Please ask.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
I'm listening.
Sir, can Urkund check image falsification, sir?
Yes. Urkund is also checking image falsification. Okay. And someone is asking last question. What was the question? Yeah. See, just a minute. One question has been raised by someone. That time my audio was not working. Someone, if want to raise his or her own account, they may not. His or her university quarantine may open his or her account. Okay. The research scholars, they have also opened their own account by sending their email, and also faculty members also. But that should be created by the university coordinator. Okay. There is no cost. Their university. Their university need to have this kind of facility to offer accounts facility to all of them. And those who are outsider, as I told, if you want to check your paper and if you don't have anything, then you please ask. Then you please ask to us for checking your paper. We will do it. Okay. Any question? Please unmute your line. Who is only calling? Okay. During questioning, you please mute. Otherwise, you please mute yourself. Hello. Some noise is becoming. Please mute your sound and then ask. Chat box. Sir, should I plagiarism of literature review be also checked on software? Sir, should plagiarism of literature? Yes, literature review also need to be checked. Only yes, someone is asking that should plagiarism of literature review be also checked on software? Yes, literature review need to be checked. And another question is that please mute your sound. Some noise is becoming. Mute your sound. Any question you please ask through chat. I can take care. Good morning to all from Riyadatta MPC Scholars, University of Calcutta. Myself, Asim Kumar Pallai, Rajesh, Assistant Government of Education. Any question you please put on through. Huh?
You can answer from the chat.
Yeah.
Sir, in case of Urkund, is there any limitation for uploading the paper?
Limitation means file format.
No, sir, no, not for file format. Like, do you have any limitation for the month of January? Vishwabharati we can upload this amount of this MB of paper or this MB of journal.
Yeah. If it is there, sometimes it may be because you see, sometimes the department from Fine Arts and Sangeet Bhavano, Performance Arts, okay, where image is much more inside the text, that we need to make two parts, part 1, part 2, then we will make it checking. Scatter the file in 2, 3 parts, then we will check it. Any question?
Hello?
Yes, please. Sound is some. Someone is having it. সবাই আমার মিট করতে Yeah, all now we are making mute. So if unmute all, yeah. So now you can ask questions. Some noise has been removed. One by one, you can ask question. Otherwise, you can left your question chat or mail. I will take care in future. Okay. Thank you, sir, for this informative session. Dr. N. sir, for nice informative presentation. Sir, can we check architecture drawing? Yes, you can check architecture drawing. Sir, do we need to put our ORCID ID before submitting a paper from Riyadatta University? No, ORCID ID you may not need. Okay. No more question. Is there any questions from the participants? I
Hello?
think no.
No.
So
Hello?
yes.
Yes. Just ask me a question, please.
If anyone intend to ask any question,
Hello.
yes, please.
Hello.
Yes, please.
Hello. Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm hearing. What's your name?
Sir, can you send the YouTube link so that we share your informative session?
Yeah, we'll send it.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay, what's your name?
Mousumi Mollik.
Okay. You just message in the chat. Mosumi Malik, you please message in the chat that you need to have YouTube link. Any question? Any question?
যা বলছে ফটাফট করে এক্ষুনি ছুটি দিয়ে দেবে দিদি। ডক্টর হচ্ছে টেনশন একা একা থেকে গেল আর ওইদিকে বেশি
See, I think there is no more question. And with this presentation and interaction, let me conclude this session and extend my warm regards to you all to bother this nation. Still, we are having some sort of technological problem, network problem. Okay. So we'll come over by our future session, and you please extend your cooperation with us for smooth conduction of this session. And I think this will be a wonderful session to you all. And our ultimate purpose will be successful. And if any feedback, definitely you will be given feedback link and session video. All sessions video will be uploaded in our YouTube channel, and my YouTube channel will be given to the WhatsApp and through mail to all the participants very soon by my host colleagues, Mr. Ajay Kumar Sharma and Mr. Sujit Kujur. They are doing very hard work for that things. And if you have any more suggestion on video, YouTube link, or this kind of organization of session and some sort of presentation in particular session through the feedback session, please educate us so that we will reach quality and increase quality for future sessions like that. Okay. And let me say once again thank you and goodbye, and we will again meet with Nimaida on 12th May most likely, the last and final session. Again, I am lucky to have one more session with you all. That is 12th of May, most likely open access resources and tools for research like that. So thank you very much. Let me quit, and you also quit from this session. And if you have any question, any feedback, any comments, any opinion, do put up through the chat box. We will take care. And do put up in my WhatsApp box, and do put up in my mailbox. Definitely, I will take care. Dr. Shambhunath Haldar, do you have any observation? Shambhunath Haldar, Dr. Shambhu. Any colleague from Vishwabharati Academy? Do you have any opinion? So I think no. May I now request my host to wind up the session and to disconnect it all. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Nimaida, for your interactive section, and it is very fruitful to all of the participants. And I am assuring you that we will distribute all the PPTs and the video links, all of you, after all the session will done. And you are requested to fill up the feedback form. At the last, we will provide you for the today's session, and we will meet you tomorrow with a new session. Thank you very much for today's
Have a safe day.
অ্যাকাউন্টে এরকম ইয়ে করলো কেন ডিসকাউন্ট
আমার বন্ধ হয়ে যায়